The love of money can ruin you. The love of money for Usher led to him ruining Justin Bieber. The love of money for Adam22 led to him ruining his marriage. You don't want to do that. What's good, y'all? I'm back with another video, and today I want to talk about why money is not something that you should necessarily be striving for. I know that might kind of confuse you a little bit, but I'm going to explain in a different way. I'm going to talk about how chasing money can really corrupt you and overall ruin your life. I have two examples to give you guys. One of the examples is Puff Daddy, Diddy. You know who that is. And the other one is somebody not as well known, but I'm sure you've heard of him. His name is Adam22. Basically, I'm going to explain how these two people were chasing money and it really didn't do them justice. So I'm going to start off with the classic quote. I know you've heard of it. Money is the root of all evil. And that's not the full quote. The full quote is, the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. And that basically means, if we interpret it, if you love money so much, that can be the foundation of you doing something that could be qualified as evil or disgusting or just not true to yourself. And I would say that not being true to yourself is evil. It might not be putting evil to the world, but it might be evil to yourself. It might be evil to your main mission in life, and you don't want to do something like that. On this channel, we really want to promote trying to be the best person you could be, because you want to grow. You want to be successful, and you just want to be an all-around good person, the best that you could be. So that's what we're here for, man. So let's get right into it. I'm not necessarily going to be speaking on Diddy. We all know what Diddy did. Did he do it? Yes. I don't want to get into that. What I really want to talk about are the people around Diddy and how they were complacent in what was going on around them, because they felt comfortable enough to let it happen while they get some money on the side from Diddy, or Diddy was controlling their situation and they felt trapped and they couldn't do something when they probably could have. My main example that I want to talk about is Usher. When Usher was a very young kid, 12, 13, maybe 14.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you saying?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
He went to go live with Diddy. I think they recorded an album or something, maybe 2, maybe 3. I don't know all the details on that. But I know that Usher stayed with Diddy, and Diddy was getting freaky. He was getting Usher to mess with all kinds of girls way older than him.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it.
More than likely doing stuff in front of him, teaching him about things that he shouldn't have known about at that age. And that's just disgusting. That already is a way that money has made somebody evil. You're corrupting a young mind because you think you can do whatever you want just because you have money, and that's not how it works.
I'm a savage. Whatever I want, I'm going to get. Whatever I want, I have to get.
You see where that led him. But Usher is a victim. Let's get that out the way. He might not think that he's a victim, but he was more than likely conditioned to think that he wasn't a victim and that everything that was happening around him was okay when it wasn't. And that's honestly really disheartening, because he'll probably never grow out of that. He's already like 40, 50, and he thinks it's all good and he's having girls bite the cherry. Diddy was controlling Usher's career basically, right? Probably paying for his promos and probably on his label. I really don't know that much about this. You know Diddy's a powerhouse. You know Usher's a superstar. That money comes from somewhere. And probably Usher thinks that he has some type of allegiance with Diddy because he came up with him and he helped him out and this, that, and the third, and he has to be loyal to him and he can't snitch and stuff like that. So think about it like this. Diddy basically made Usher loyal to him. And what did Usher end up doing when he got older? He met Justin Bieber. And he got young Justin Bieber to go over to Diddy's house and spend like a week with him. And I know you've seen the video where Diddy's all like, "Hey man, I got Justin Bieber with me, man. We're gonna go get some girls. I'm gonna give him a Lambo. We're gonna make some music, man."
But yeah, the keys is yours. You're 16. You good to go.
I'm good to go.
Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. Where we hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose. But he signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher. For the next 48 hours, he's with me. So, and we gonna go full crazy.
I'm going crazy.
Let's be so for real. He was turning him up. Let's be so for real. And you can see the effects on Justin Bieber today.
It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
He's clearly affected by that today. He's having a terrible time. You can see him thinking about stuff like that. He had that whole thing with Billie Eilish where he was like, man, I just want Billie Eilish to like be protected. You know what I'm saying? I don't want her to go through what I had to go through.
Yeah, I definitely feel protective of her. It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn. I just wanted to protect her, you know?
What do you think he mean by that? What do you think Justin Bieber was going through when he was hanging out with Diddy? Of all people, Diddy, bro. Terrible human being. Justin Bieber had to go through that because Usher only cared about himself and his money. If Usher was like, hey man, I'm not worried about the money like that. I want to protect this young upcoming star because, you know, he's innocent. He doesn't know any better, you know what I mean? He needs to be protected. That'd have been super solid. He would have got crazy good PR. He would have been like that. But no, what did he do? Sent him over to Diddy, man, and turned him out, and now his life is terrible. His life probably isn't terrible, but he has trauma, bro. And that's utterly disgusting. And the fact that he could do something like that, you can put that toward yourself. You don't want to steer somebody in the wrong direction for your own gain. You're losing your sense of self. You're losing what makes you honorable. As a person, you want to be an honorable person, man or woman. You want to be a good one. I hope you want to be a good one. That's why you're on this channel, right? You want to be a good person. That's what we do here. We're trying to be as good as possible. So make sure that you're staying true to yourself. Stay honorable. Money can make you take people to bad places because you think it'll benefit you. You don't want to control somebody else's destiny for your own personal gain. Unless it's like a win-win-win-win. But that's not what happened. JB got traumatized, Usher's bread kept coming in, and Diddy kept coming in. It's terrible. Now, another one that I'm going to talk about is Adam22. He started off as a podcaster. He was doing podcasts with a bunch of underground rappers, and he really got well known and liked on that scene because he was giving the limelight to people that couldn't necessarily get it, you know, on mainstream media. He blew up X, he blew up Peep, he blew up a lot of people that are relatively mainstream today because he gave them a platform early on in their career. Now, Adam22, this is where he messed up. Adam22 started doing adult films with his wife. And, alright, like, you're an adult, you can do that, I guess, if that's what you want to do, if you really want to put your wife out there and stuff like that. But hey, man, that's you, my boy. This is where it went really wrong. His wife got really popular as an adult film star. All the fans were like, we want to see her star in a movie with somebody else, and who would be better than somebody with a British broadcasting channel? You know what I mean? She did that film with somebody with a British broadcasting channel, and it went viral. It got pretty popular because a lot of people wanted to see a film of her without him, because they weren't there for him, they're there for her. So when that happened, it went viral, they made money, and yada yada yada. The backlash came in, not necessarily people saying that, oh, why would you do that to your wife, and this and that, and that's not respectful, and you gotta protect her and stuff like that. People weren't worried about that, because you gotta think about it, all the people that's watching that, they already gooning. So the real part that he didn't like was people were coming to him on his podcast like, hey man, what's up with your wife? Like, what's she, like, you know, like, what's she doing right now? Like, I'm trying to talk to her. I don't really want to talk to you. I want to talk to your wife.
King David, next time you think about some shit like that, call me, folk.
You got no dick game.
I got an 8.
You put her in that position to even make that happen. You tried to monetize your relationship and it backfired on you. That's your fault. And see, you have to fully think of the consequences of something that you do before you do it, obviously. But when you're doing it for money, something as personal as an adult film, you really got to consider the consequences because it can really backlash you in the future. Your kids are going to know about that. Your parents are probably going to learn about it somehow, some way. And people are just going to view you differently. You're going to be in the grocery store. Somebody's going to be like, I know you. I've seen you. In the middle of the night, I've seen you. He basically pimped out his wife, okay? Let's just say it how it is. He pimped out his wife. and he regrets it not because he pimped out his wife. He regrets it because people are humiliating him and disrespecting him because of his decisions. And why did he do it? Money. He did it for money. He thought, hey, if I pimp out my wife, I'm gonna make a bunch of money. Baby, we're rich. Break out the red panties.
Baby, we done it. We're rich, baby. Break out the red panties.
Now look at him. Nobody cares about Adam22. They only care about his wife. They want to see more stuff of her without him. He's just there, getting humiliated. They have a kid together. And they're C-list celebrities that do adult films. Now Adam22 is miserable. He doesn't like it when people bring it up. He can never take it back. And he's going to have to live with that for the rest of his life and for the rest of his marriage, I guess. Who knows how long they'll be together. And I just want to give you guys an example of how the love of money can ruin you. The love of money for Usher led to him ruining Justin Bieber. The love of money for Adam22 led to him ruining his marriage. You don't want to do that. You can like money, but money is not the goal. Money is a tool that you use to reward yourself when you do something. You don't just chase money because when you get the money, then what are you going to do with it? You don't even know because you don't truly know yourself. You don't know what you like. You got a bunch of money, but you don't want to go anywhere. You just want to buy a couple of cars. You're going to drive one car at a time. If you know what you want to do with your money, then you just got to make a numbers goal, reach it, do what you want, and act accordingly. But I just want to get a bunch of money so I can have a bunch of cars and have a bunch of properties. What are you going to do with them? I don't really know. Money is not the goal. You got to set a goal. You might need money for your goal, but you don't need money. You need yourself. You're going to be way more fulfilled in life if you just focus on what you want to do, focus on what you want in life instead of a number that you're going to chase forever. I just really wanted to emphasize my point on that. Money isn't everything because online I've been seeing a lot of people, they just want to do like the OF. They just want to make like crappy videos and not necessarily give anything of substance. Stuff like that basically. So the moral of the story is money is not evil. The love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. The love of money. Money's not evil. You want to be a politician and help some people out. Even a politician that only has a love for money and not the love for the people that he's supposed to serve. They're scumbags. I could go on and on and on with these different examples of people that have a job but they don't want to do it because they like money more. Loving money, man. I cannot overstate it enough. The love of money is not good. I just wanted to get a quick video made because I wanted to talk to you guys again. I just wanted to share my thoughts on this topic. I'll probably come out with another video soon, maybe diving deeper into this topic or something totally different but still related to becoming a better person. So thank you for watching and getting this far. So I just want to say to like, subscribe, and comment something stupid.